The penultimate episode is here. Daredevil Born Again is almost over with one episode left. And well, how did this build-up go? Well, the way it ended made me go, whoa. So let's talk about it. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, comment down below your guys' thoughts. And again, this is a spoiler review, so if you haven't seen this episode yet or anything in Daredevil Born Again, it's fair game. We're going to talk about it. Holy crap, Matt took a bullet for Kingpin, which is insane to me. And for me, that just opens up a wide variety of doors for the finale. For not even just the finale, but like the future of Daredevil, but specifically the finale of this. And I found this to be a really good penultimate episode. It really just establishes every single beat, any lingering storylines still there, and just moves it forward, specifically with Poindexter opening up in the prison, having him move to the general pop, and then, of course, letting Matt Murdock know as he comes into the office. And there's just a bunch of different things. Like, everyone's starting to understand that Matt Murdock's acting a little bit differently. Everyone's trying to talk to him, see what's going on in his head. At the same time, that Kingpin is just playing mind games with him as well. Same thing with Vanessa. You know, sending that invitation to his therapist, who they know, Matt Murdock. And it's all coming full circle. That none of this happens without coincidence. And that, for me, is the thing that has won me over the most with Daredevil Born Again. It is the one thing that made me go, fuck, man. That is so good and so clever, because as it's all playing out and he really comes to feel, oh, Poindexter was hired by Kingpin. It had to have been. And then by the end of the episode, when it's 2 and 2 put together, that no, Vanessa was the one. Just again, it doesn't just make this series smart and clever. It also makes the original show feel relevant. Because you know Vanessa's dynamic, because you know Foggy and Daredevil and Matt Murdock and Kingpin and all that back history. And that is what satisfies me as a fan, that they actually went that extra mile. And I thought the writing for this episode was great. I thought the direction for it was fantastic. I thought the cinematography was great. And again, the series isn't just focusing in on the action, isn't just focusing in on the brutality, the blood, the gore. It is making sure to self-contain it and also touch into these characters that we know, we love, we also might hate some, as well as just intriguing us with the conspiracies, story, and everything of that nature. A little bit of another thing too, I'm just leading into the finale. Still no Frank Castle, man. I was hoping he was going to show up in this one. I got to imagine he's in the finale, though. I think there's going to be a big action scene, and it's going to be worth it. It's going to live up to that hype, and I think this is just cool, because this, again, is Daredevil Born Again. It's obviously very different than the comic book, which the comic book was more inspired by season 3 of Daredevil, but this is more in terms of Daredevil's coming back, reality in the show, and also physically, like inside our world and our pop culture mind. And I think that is like not just for Daredevil, but for Punisher, for the Defenders, for the street level heroes. Like, this is kind of that gateway, that opening. And I think that's so cool. So I'm rambling on that part. This was just a phenomenal episode. One that just makes you intrigued. Michael Gandolfini also, like, just killing it. Matt Murdock's world's coming to head with Daredevil. And I'm curious to see if he is outed as Daredevil by the end of this season, because it's just ramping up to that. And I really feel if this vigilante crew is still, apologies for the yawn, it's like midnight when I'm filming this, but if the vigilante crew's still there, I can imagine this making maybe his life not the best. So, I don't know, guys. I am so on board with what this is going for, that I'm just excited to jump into the finale. Like, that's what I'm excited for. So, I'm going to get going. Make sure to like and subscribe button, comment down below your guys' thoughts. And, of course, until next time, stay classy.